What's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani. Welcome back to the channel. I'm grateful that you are here, and I am super proud to share this video with you. I'm also super proud of the community that we're building slowly here on this platform called YouTube. And man, I'm just so pumped to finally share this video. In this video, I'm going to give you some of the secret sauce, a view behind the curtain, so to speak, of how we operate at SCE Event Group. And it's a video that I thought I would be able to do when we hit the 10K subscriber number here on this platform. And I haven't yet released it, not because I haven't wanted to, just because I just haven't felt like it was time. And I came into work today here in the land of SCE, and I was like, today's the day I want to record, I guess, the first part of how we operate, or how I operate this business, to help people either with their own businesses or maybe that are thinking of starting their own entertainment company. Now, the things that I'm going to share with you are based on my own personal experience, my own personal world, and they may connect to you or they may not make sense to you based on who you are, where you're at, what you can do, so forth and so on. In this one video, I'm not possibly going to be able to give you all of the nuts and bolts, the secret sauce, so to speak, for how we operate, but I'm going to try to give you the overall, I guess, thought process, as well as some kind of detailed information, so that if you are struggling retaining your team, if you are someone that just doesn't have the ability of attracting the right talent to your world, I hope that what you find in this video can help you in some way, shape, or form. So I want to talk about the structure at SCE, and it's something that to me hasn't naturally come in this business. It's something that I've learned and adapted as we've grown and as we've taken some lumps in our journey of getting to where we are. Next year, I'm proud to say we've been in business, or we will be in business, for 15 years. And as an entertainment provider for parties, life events, primarily weddings, that is an insane amount of time. The cool part about like the longevity part of our business is I feel like I'm just getting started, and I feel like there is a ton of things that we do here at SCE to keep this business moving and afloat, but I really, really enjoy it. And I feel like that's so important in this overall mix. I also have to say, it's not just me. There's an army of people that represent and fly the SCE flag that make it all possible so that we do the things that we do. It's not a one person show by any means. And we have different levels of talent. We have different support people. We have a photo booth company with now almost 20 attendants that operate that business. We have an office staff. We have an accounting team. We have legal representation. There's a lot of people that do work: media, content creation, editing, graphic design. I mean, the roles and the things that we do are kind of endless. This video is going to focus on primarily the talent, the DJ side, the party side of the business, because I think it's an important thing that so many people struggle with, and it also happens to be a question I get asked about all the time. Now, if you find value in this video, I'm going to say it right up front. Make sure that you smash the thumbs up, share the video to someone, or leave some love with like a heart or whatever, or super thanks down in the chat. I would be grateful, and it means the world to me to read comments from people that I've been able to impact in even a small way. I like find and take great pride in that, because I feel like this channel is not done as an opportunity. It's done to really help. And sometimes you don't know if it's connecting to people, meaning the content that we're releasing. And anyway, feedback from you is so important. So I decided a very long time ago that I did not want to operate a traditional mobile DJ event company, and I didn't want to embrace the structure that many people used and have proven to be successful for them. I felt that it was somewhat limiting, and it was very challenging for me to operate this business with that mentality in the current world that I was sitting in. I feel that the traditional structure that many companies follow and adhere to, in my eyes, felt archaic in terms of how the world works. So for me, I've always valued the relationships and the talent, and I want to empower my team to not just do what they're asked, but I want to empower my team to go over and beyond, to benefit from their success and for their success to help other people in the business as a collaborative kind of working environment. The better I do, the better they do. The better they do, the better the next person does. The better the office does, the better the client experience is, the better the host is going to do, so forth and so on. So I opted to move away from the traditional mobile DJ structure of the company or company owner owning equipment, sending people out, people getting paid for their specific task and that only. And I've opted to really create SCE as more of an agency model or a talent agency model where we give the hosts the ability, our hosts are our MCs or our leads, our lead DJs. We give our lead DJ teams and DJs and teams the ability to take a lot of ownership, and they are awarded handsomely from an investment perspective, from a dollars and cents perspective. And I think it allows us to do things like create a better and more healthy work environment. I think it allows people to understand how important their roles are to not just their own future, but the future of the business. And it allows us to essentially profit share the gravy that typically is stuffed in the owner of a company's pocket while everyone is doing all of the work. You see, what I've done here at SCE is we've created a structure where the host has a lot more responsibility than most other places. We do not use a sales team, with intention and with purpose of allowing the people that are considering using us the ability to meet with the person that's going to be on site and responsible for their event from day one. And I think that's super important. Now, from a structure perspective, a typical DJ company would operate on a 50-50, margin where they would provide gear and support, maybe even a vehicle. And the team operating the event might walk away with 40% or 50%, or maybe much less of the actual event in its entirety. I've opted to go a different direction. I want to give my team members that have proven themselves to be valuable and capable of handling the responsibilities the ability of earning more money for their efforts. And I don't want to manage gear for people. That is something that I feel like they should be doing on their own. I don't want to manage music libraries for team members. I want them to be empowered to buy their own computer, to manage their own music library, to do their own event sales, to manage the gear that's typically booked on events here at our company. So what do? We put some structure around parameters of certain types of gear that we want people to use. We put parameters around maybe equipment pieces or furniture pieces that people might be using. We put some guidance and parameters around different lighting fixtures or technology. And I don't expect people to come into this business once they've proven themselves to be a, a talent asset that essentially could benefit from working at SCE, but also that SCE would benefit for having them on board by having to go and buy stuff day one. There's been situations when onboarding talent has come in and I've funded gear purchases for them so that they had what they need to operate. And essentially, with like a loan program, they've paid it back to the business and maintained and kept that equipment, their way on their terms, that they know how, that they can practice, they can set up, they can rework however they need. I've also, had people come into the business that owned everything. And I love that because it allows the team as a whole to have access to more equipment. And rather than me managing, uplight kits and maybe movers or trussing, I allow that team member to take that portion or that lion's share portion of that service charge for a client or for an event so that they're rewarded for their efforts. When I talk about things like sales, we do account for sales. We do account for operational management, the time from like the sales process to the actual implementation of an event. But what we do is we assign a small portion of what that role is essentially. And if someone does the sales and operation, they are paid for that in their role. Now, sometimes we get this question, are the people contractors or employees at SCE? And I think where we are in New Jersey, there are different scenarios that we have in play for different team members based on who they are, what they do, what they're capable of, and just what they need for their own lifestyle and the management of their business. One thing that I found to be very important at SCE is people work really exclusively for this business in certain roles like private events or wedding, corporate events. That's like something that's very important to me because it holds the kind of the integrity of our team together. But if someone's paid as a contractor and they are going to be liable for the tax portion and reporting of the services from a tax liability perspective, an accounting perspective, they're expected to do that. And they're given the paperwork at the proper time to do all that they need to do. If someone is an employee and we account for the tax, we have a separate kind of algorithm that we work through to account for the taxes that we are now responsible for. And that's taken into consideration as we pay people out. I think the purpose of me kind of getting this conversation started here on the channel is because this is something that a lot of people struggle with, and I don't think there's one way to do anything. The agency model, the collaborative working arrangement business model, in my eyes, for a creative field, a talent-driven field like an entertainment company, allows me to empower the team that's working and doing the work and reward them for their efforts. If someone comes into the fold and they're not holding their weight, it's going to become very apparent very quickly because there's going to be shortfalls in expectations. There's going to be shortfalls in deliverables. There's going to be shortfalls in what they are actually earning. And everyone has a different system. So one of the things that I've done as a business owner, but also as I feel like a captain, a coach, a mentor to the team here at SCE, is I allow our team to essentially design the world that they want to live in. We've got people that work at this company that do 20 weddings a year. We have got other people that want to do 120 weddings a year, and everywhere in between. I think everyone has different needs as a person, and their families have different needs. And who am I to tell someone how much or how little they should be working? We scale our team and we're always looking for team members. So like if you're watching this and you're like, shit, I would love to work for Jason or work with Jason and SCE, hit me up sometime because we're always looking to onboard new talent options that bring something fresh and unique to the table. But the point of what I'm trying to say is we give people the ability to kind of design or sculpt their own future. And my job is to essentially put them in a position to thrive, not just survive. I want to give them the power to not just hit their goal, but to surpass their goal. And whether that's with earnings or jobs or opportunities or just, support, that's what we do here at SCE. Now, the percentages that the office holds back from events is used as a form of collaborative, almost like investing, marketing, and it provides for the support needed to operate this business. The surplus from someone's event is essentially deposited into an account that we use to operate the business. Now, every DJ company owner is going to tell you what they think the proper percentage is in terms of profit margin for their world. I've been doing this now a little while, I'm proud to say, and I'm someone that feels pretty comfortable in the 30 to 40% profit margin range. So if you're wondering what that is, it looks like 30 to 40% is the profit margin range that a company needs to sustain positive growth in the event world as a functioning business that is able to provide and continue to lift up. If you are not making that much profit margin on your events, you're going to find it very difficult to support salaries for staff, to have a nice office, to invest in marketing collateral or marketing opportunities to further your brand. I think reinvesting back into your brand is incredibly important. And I try to run this business, and I've always tried to run this business into the red, meaning every dollar we get from our events from an operational kind of perspective is dumped back into the business to accelerate growth and opportunity for our team. So over the past 15 years, we've brought on people. Maybe it's worked, maybe it hasn't. We've brought on new people, we've brought on different people. And for those that have worked, have been given an opportunity to kind of grow into a role that allows them to live a lifestyle that they are proud of and supports their family and their needs and all that stuff. And along the way, we've picked up some amazing people that help support the business as well in terms of office support staff and bookkeeping and accounting and media creation and design work, etc. Now, there's a lot in this video, and this conversation could get really twisted a number of different ways. So I wanted to give you kind of my thoughts on this. I think empowering people is the most important part of being a successful small business owner. I think giving people an opportunity to thrive and not survive is incredibly important if you're demanding excellence out of the people that are representing you. And if you're in the event business like I am, and you're a DJ watching this and you've gotten this far through the video and you don't value that, you are in for a really, really difficult road ahead of you, because the people who fly your flag and the people who represent your brand are essentially a reflection of you and your business when you are not there. You want to make sure that these people are happy. You want to make sure that these people are empowered. And if you get this algorithm right, you're going to empower people to essentially be collaborative partners of yours that attribute and contribute to your success as not just a performer yourself, but as a business owner and as a brand. I think it is so important that people understand the positioning of this. And if you are looking to retain talent that is super capable of operating and even owning their own small business, you want to make sure that you're doing your part to keep wind in the sails, to keep people happy, to keep people moving, and to keep people in a place where they don't want to leave your world to maybe start their own. You want them to feel comfortable and want to stay there to manage all of the things that you have going on and to help you manage all of that stuff, if that makes sense. I know it may seem that I'm talking around in circles, and I know that this video may not connect to everyone watching this on the channel, but the agency model is something that I'm super, super proud of. And in the next couple of weeks ahead, I'm going to be recording a handful of videos about structure, how we operate and deal with certain situations, and diving deeper into the agency kind of talent management model that we embrace here at the SCE Event Group. So if you are not supporting this channel with the subscription, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you to drop down below and to do that. And this information I'm sharing with you, although it relates to the DJ world specifically in my case, this can be applied to any creative, talent-driven business in the event industry and beyond. This model could be applied to photographers or cinematographers or designers or even event planners, or people at almost venues could do this too. I mean, there is so much that can be taken from not just this video, but the little drips I'm going to share with you in the next couple of weeks about how we operate this business and how the agency model exists. Man, I hope that you will look for them. I hope that you are inspired by them, and I hope that you connect to the message in this video and the ones that are coming. If you have questions at this point, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you to drop down below, add a comment to this video, and I will start interacting with you. Now, I also have something that I'm going to be announcing in the next couple of weeks that I'm super excited about. So be sure to kind of stay in touch with me on Instagram and even here on the channel, because I think it's going to be really helpful for people that are looking to climb up and to build rock solid businesses, just like the SCE Event Group, in your own world. I'm super excited about it. I've been working on it for a long time. So more to come very soon. If you have any questions or want to leave a comment, throw it in the description or throw it in the comments underneath this video. Be on the lookout for more videos coming right here about this agency model thing on this channel in the days, weeks, and months ahead. I'm Jason. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.